June 4th marks the anniversary of one of the bloodiest chapters in the history of modern China, the Tiananmen Square crackdown. In 1989, hundreds of protesters based in Tiananmen Square in central Beijing were peacefully calling for political and economic reform. In response, the Chinese authorities responded with overwhelming force to repress the demonstrations. What were the Tiananmen protests? What led to it? And what is the long-lasting legacy? Well, the seeds of unrest were sowed early. In the 1980s, the ruling Communist Party began to allow some private companies and foreign investment, hoping to boost the economy and raise living standards. While the country was experiencing remarkable economic growth and liberalization, many hardliners were seeking to maintain strict state control. The catalyst for the chain of events in the spring of 1989 was the death of Hu Yaobang on 15th April 1989. Hu, a former General Secretary of the Chinese Communist Party, was known for his progressive views and advocacy for political reform. His passing ignited a wave of mourning among students and intellectuals who saw in him a symbol of the potential for change within China's political system. In the days following his death, thousands of students gathered in Tiananmen Square to honor Hu's memory and to voice broader demands for political reform, freedom of speech, and less censorship. In the weeks that followed, protesters gathered in Tiananmen Square with numbers estimated to be up to 1 million at their largest. As the protests grew, so did the Chinese government's concerns. Internal debates raged within the Communist Party, with moderates advocating for dialogue, while hardliners pushed for a more forceful response. On May 20th, the government declared martial law in Beijing, deploying approximately 250,000 troops to the capital. Despite this show of force, the protesters remained undeterred, maintaining their occupation of the Tiananmen Square and erecting a 10-meter-tall Goddess of Democracy statue as a symbol of their aspirations. The situation reached a boiling point on the night of June 3rd and 4th. Tanks and heavily armed troops advanced towards Tiananmen Square, opening fire on or crushing those who again tried to block their way. The exact death toll from the crackdown remains unknown, with estimates ranging from several hundred to several thousand. In the immediate aftermath, the Chinese government launched a widespread campaign to arrest and silence those involved in the protests. Many student leaders were imprisoned or forced into exile, and a significant political purge ensued within the Communist Party. Internationally, the massacre was met with widespread condemnation. Governments around the world, including the United States of America, imposed economic sanctions and arms embargoes on China. Discussion of the events that took place in Tiananmen Square is highly sensitive in China. Posts relating to massacres are regularly removed from the internet, tightly controlled by the government. Attempts to discuss, commemorate, and demand justice for what happened have been forcefully curbed, with no public discussion allowed. One of the most enduring images from the protest is that of the tank man, an unidentified individual who stood in front of a column of tanks on June 5, 1989. Captured by Western photographers, this act of defiance became a symbol of resistance against oppression. The image, as expected, is banned in China.